I just want to cut through as a young black man and make money when I'm at work, look after my family and do my thing. That's the conversation which I had with one of my colleagues who is a young black man, and he tells me, you know, I just want to cut through and just make my money and do my little jobs and look after my family. I said, you know what? That's a good look, big man. That is a very good look, because you're being responsible, innit? And who don't want to be responsible when you get to an adult point? I hope you do. I hope you all want to be responsible and subscribe to my channel, because I've noticed some of you lot are not subscribed and we're watching the same thing. I'm watching you watching me. Do you get it? So let's go subscribe so other people can see this type of content, because today we're going to be talking about cutting through as a young black man. And the subject is cutting through inside the workplace, because I had this conversation with one of my colleagues. Yeah, colleagues. And he's young, in his 30s, wants to cut through, tradesperson just like myself. And I said, interesting. This could be an interesting subject, because I feel as if you still got to work really hard, which he does do. I wouldn't tell you that he doesn't, because he works on his days off as well. So he's really trying to get somewhere. But cutting through undetected, yeah, inside a workplace now, today in 2025, as a young black man getting money, I don't know if that really happens nowadays. You've got a lot of politics inside certain workplaces when you're trying to get somewhere, and better yet, that somebody knows that you've got a goal in sight. Don't get me wrong, everybody doesn't share their future plans with everyone who they work with, but sometimes you do, and you let it slip. So therefore, people will know that you're in need, or you definitely need to stay here. So you're not at an advantage once people know that about you, because they know that, oh, you need this job. We need to keep you here. We need to make sure you do the extra overtime and you're on call and blah, 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 and this and that and that and this. It doesn't deter most people, because most of us young people who are black, working hard is what it is, isn't it? Everybody's working hard to some degree. It's not like you're doing anything extra than anybody else is doing, but you're just got this little plan for yourself, as in, this job is going to bring me out of a financial place which I don't need to be in, but I'm in due to the circumstances, and I guess a lot of people are in. A lot of people are in a point of like, I need money and I need to have regular money. So having a job is it's not a solution. I will tell you that. It's not a solution to a long-term problem. It controls a long-term problem in a way which will allow you to be more comfortable and to be able to do other things, maybe to earn, again, hopefully everyone who does watch this video does earn a lot of money, if you subscribe as well. That's one wish that I'm sending you. Do you know what I mean? Subscribe, and then like, yeah, you do that. So when we was talking about it, I always thought to myself that, you know, like, you got to have a plan ready, a plan of action, right? You need a plan, you need to execute, and you need to give yourself a time frame, because everybody hasn't got all this time in the world to work. There will always be work there, but your family need you, and the things what you want to do, they need you too. Your dreams need you, if you got some. I've got dreams, aspirations, hopes. So I need to invest into those pots every single time to make sure that I feel like I'm having a balanced life. And that's me personally. I don't know if everybody else is like that, but I'm like that. So when I'm talking to him about it and figuring out like what his plan is and how he sees himself cutting through and how he defines cutting through inside the workplace, you get a lot of problems, you get a lot of politics when there's a lot of people inside inside one workplace. So that can play in your favor, or when there's a lot of people, you can generally hide. You know, that could possibly play in your favor as well. But you're trying to get somewhere, and that means turning up quite a lot at work and doing the things which you need to get done so you get recognized for standing out as like a good person inside the workplace. I don't feel that that's super hard to do when you've got a level of commitment to yourself and to your job in performing on how you should be performed, because you're being paid to do such task, and said so on. So I thought to myself, you know what, how can I help, or even just take note, really, because, you know, other people have got plans which sound similar to your plans, and maybe I thought to myself, I need to adjust my plans so I can get on the same trajectory as himself. He's got kids and stuff like that, innit, as well, so he's got to be quite responsible because he has 2 kids. But that would play on my mind a little bit more as a young black man, knowing that I've got people who depend on me, that I've got to get this right. And subliminally in my head, I would be saying, do you know what? I've got a plan at work, and I've got another plan which is outside to be able to generate money, just to be able to balance things out in case this thing doesn't work. I wouldn't go into it thinking that it's not going to work, because generally you don't know until you try. And God loves a trier. And if any of you lot are God-fearing people, you would understand God comes first, innit? And then, yeah, so, you know, you trust a bit within God, and then you make sure you do what you can do for yourself to your best ability as well. And for me, I just thought to myself, you're setting yourself a challenge, which is amazing as a young man, because when you have a challenge, you have a goal to reach, and that level of focus allows you to be locked in, what we call locked in today. So being focused and locked in is something that a lot of people ain't when it comes to work or their situation, because they're not looking at it as this is now or never. They're looking at it in, I'm here and I'm going to continue to be here, and I'm just going to go at my own pace. But those of us who have this plan, which has to manifest, I think you manifest it, you talk about it, and then you try and put it into action in your specific way. And everybody's way is going to be different. Whether you're trying to climb the ladder at work, whether you're looking at PJs and opening up your own private company where you can now make some revenue from your trade and do something like that, because that's always an option. I don't feel that work is the be and the end option, because we're at work from 9 to 5. And when you're at work from 9 to 5, you have still got a period of time when you're outside work, and which is from 5 to 9, which you can still do your PJs, your business, work on your online presence, your digital footprint, all of these types of things. And those things is what I started to explain to him, because I know the importance of a tradesperson having a digital footprint online and having a presence, and how much work that could potentially bring you. So I just explained from my point of view how that would help the situation. And again, I don't mind people taking notes and stuff like that, because again, I'm taking notes from him and I'm saying to him, okay, so how do you see yourself doing it, innit? Because I believe in planning, innit? Planning, executing, and giving myself a time frame. That 3 strategy for me as a young man works. Because if I look at other things, I don't know when I'm going to be able to get it. I don't know how it's going to be done. And I'm not sure maybe how I might execute it. So those kind of clear up all of those misdemeanors, or I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. And for me, I just wanted to install a level of confidence within him, because once you've got the mindset to do it, yeah, you actually can achieve it. It's just about doing the task. I wouldn't worry and have this idea in the back of my head to say, oh, it might not work. No, I need to give it a try. When I give it a try, I'm definitely going to know what I need to improve on, how I need to do it, and what might be more effective in that time frame. So I had a good conversation with him, And I thought to myself, you've got the good idea of how you're going to, you know, bring yourself into a better place and have a kind of like a smooth run, but make yourself foolproof before you get started. Well, he started already, but I mean, you need to foolproof yourself. So by having something set up outside of work is really going to be beneficial for you, because the amount of money which you can make when you're not at work is a lot as a tradesperson. And then looking at how the workplace is structured for you to get a more senior role inside the workplace probably secures you a little bit more. Tell me if I'm wrong in the comment section. I would look for a more senior role, yeah, inside the same establishment what I'm in, cementing my place within that workplace, which can be done as well. So I do think that he's got a bright future, and I think that everybody's got a bright future if they apply themselves, innit? It's just this whole cutting through underneath the radar, I don't really think that exists anymore, you know, through having laid back maintenance jobs where they were cushy numbers and people have been there 4, 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, 15 years. They exist, but exist on a low level, and I feel that there's not much which is given from those situations. So I don't feel that the wages equate to what you need nowadays. You need to step up and go to something different, which is going to bring you what you want money wise and what you want in long term wise, as in like the available position in the long run. Like, could you be the supervisor? Could you be the manager? Is there a senior person who you could be inside that workplace and you could get more money and just be more secure as in a whole? Again, you have to find out, do some research, see if these things are available, and just keep turning up for yourself, innit? But I think if you've got that method already tapped down, you just need to double tap it, 4x it. That's what I call it, 4x it, which is do 4 times the amount what you're doing to be able to secure that inside and outside. It's just an interesting conversation to have with a young man, just because when I was in my 30s, then that's when I started to make this decision, as in like, I'm going to have to get more qualifications at work so I can secure my position and make sure that I'm more future proof for a lot of other things. So me having a triple MSTS, being a site supervisor, that's the road I wanted to go down, but I also went the road down, which is teaching. So I made sure that I had something, whether I was messed up body wise and not physically able to do a job as a plumber, so I would start teaching so I could then understand, I could stand around, talk, communicate, and that's what I would do for work. So I gave myself 2 options early so I could just balance it out, just in case it didn't work being on the tools all the time. And I didn't want to be on the tools all the time as a tradesperson. That's the truth. Again, I look at evolving and moving forward. And I guess now most of the roles, what I do personally, I'm not so much on the tools doing work, doing something every minute. I mean, the likelihood of me bringing a big tool bag to work is a no-no at the end of the day. I bring small bags. I'm looking down there because I was going to show you a bag, but I don't think it's necessary for this video. I bring a small bag so I can do what I need to do in it, and I'm quite happy with that. I'm lugging around everything. Them days are gone now. We're trying to evolve, and I guess this was a conversation of us evolving and understanding that the cutting through thing, that was in the 90s. This is the 2000s now. So we got to do things a bit different, and different is probably planning our next move instead of thinking it's going to drop out of the sky, because it's not. Yeah, it's not. So let's all drink the same type of healthy juice to be able to stimulate our minds and our bodies so we can get to the next point. But cutting through is just something which doesn't exist anymore, innit? So you got to just be with the time, innit? Just having this simple dead end basic job isn't really going to get you through. I actually spoke about something which I want to share with you guys, which is I recently made a post about living on £2,000 a month, and you guys definitely should check it out, because it was an insight and a conversation which I heard again on a man living on £2,000 a month. Can it be done? What do you think? Let me know in this comment section below, but I'm going to link the video to this video so you can see it. Make sure you subscribe as well, because you haven't been subscribing. Let's get it.